That's you. You're a resident of Atlanta and a tax attorney. Yesterday, you flew to Seattle. Spent less than 6 hours there total. Just enough time to pick up Abigail, bring her to Atlanta, and sell her.
You're not allowed to question me once I ask for a lawyer.
Well, as you are your own counsel, Mr. Jenna, I'm speaking to you in the capacity of a law enforcement official to legal representative.
Okay. That's clever. Still, neither of us has anything to offer you.
Well, that's fine. Just sit there and listen. You recognize her? That's who you were in the park with. She was on your flight. TSA has her down as Abigail Fielding. She was accompanied by Eleanor Fielding, who presented as her mother. But since Abigail's a minor, she didn't have to show ID. You sat 2 rows behind Abigail and Eleanor. But what I think is interesting is that you sat next to Eleanor on the flight from Atlanta to Seattle.
That's a coincidence.
Oh, you think the jury's gonna buy that?
I don't think a jury's ever gonna hear it. Because you haven't shown me a single photo of me with that girl. Because there aren't any. There are thousands of cameras in the airport, and every single one of them is going to say the same thing.
What's the profit margin on an 8-year-old?
I told you, man.
You get more if they're younger? Is that how it works?
Never talked to that woman or the little girl. I never walked with them. I don't have any connection to them.
Be careful and think carefully, Mr. Jenna. As much as it pains me, we're prepared to offer you leniency if you can get us to Abigail. But if we track down Eleanor Fielding and we make a deal with her first, you're going to prison for the rest of your life, which might not be long once word gets out what you're in for.
I'm shaking in my boots.
There's another handoff.
We know that Jenna is working with Fielding. A woman traveling with a young girl attracts less attention than a man. But what if that is just the tip of the iceberg?
You mean a network? This could be Dark Passage, the name we gave a trafficking ring a few years back. They trade kids like playing cards, moving them around the country so they can't be tracked.
I think Jenna knows exactly where Abigail's being held and exactly what time she's being moved to her next location. He kept trying to look at my watch.
We think he knows we're closing in on him.
He's gonna want to make a deal. Tell us exactly where she's at, but he's trying to wait until after the handoff.
So he gets immunity and scummy network still gets Abigail.
Exactly.
We need 2 things. First, more evidence, enough to squeeze him into believing that making the deal is his only option. And second, we need to trick him into thinking that it's safe to make a deal, that Abigail's already been moved.
How do we do that?
We find a way to make time move faster.